Which Box of Fun 2022 Freddy's will be most valuable? Let's talk about it!
Welcome to the Gastlecast. We're glad you're there. Sorry, you get the right time. We had an all-time high. Funkos, hot toys, and charms on mine. Stick around, like, comment, and be sure to subscribe because life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. Hey, life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. Hey, life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. And remember, at these hella walls, we are together. Yes.
In this video, we are going to discuss all the Freddys and what we feel will be the most valuable and why.
Now honestly, the 1Ks and the 2Ks will most likely be the most expensive down the road. This particular Box of Fun had some major fire sauce!
Fire sauce?
Yeah, it has fire sauce. Just go with it.
That's from Taco Bell.
Just go with it!
They make you
Go with it. And there are some 4Ks in this box that are fire also.
And there's a couple 3Ks. Can't leave those out.
So we're going to go down the entire list. We're going to tell you every single Funko Pop, what we think they're going to rank. So we're going to give you our top pick for the most valuable Freddy Funko of this box toward the end of the video. But before we go any further, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It helps the channel in very big ways. We appreciate all the Gastlecast love.
Also, make sure you hit that little bell. That way you know anytime we go live or post new content. And just so you know, this coming Monday, July 25th, we are going live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, with a ton of our friends to open a bunch of boxes of fun. You will see our reactions live for the first time seeing all of our boxes.
This will probably be the biggest Box of Fun unboxing video you've ever seen. Alright, so Heather made a list of all the Freddy Funkos that come in the Box of Fun. There's two 1K Funko Pops, Thor Metallic and Tron Glow. There are two 2K Funko Pops, Carnage Metallic, Darth Maul Glow. There are two 3K Funko Pops, Danny Phantom and Han Solo. Han Solo is a...
He looks like a cross between Inspector Gadget and Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, he kind of does. And then there's a bunch of 4K Funko Pops from this box. You have Batman, Carnage, Russell, Thor, Mando, Snake Eyes, three Squid Game Funko Pops, Tron, Spider-Man, Aang, Destro, Maul, Prince Adam, and Freddy Fresh. In our opinion, Freddy Fresh is at the bottom of the list. He will be the least valuable Funko Pop of this entire line.
I feel like he's going to be the least valuable both short-term and long-term because we still haven't figured out who the he is. I think he's just 80s hip-hop Freddy.
Freddy dressed as hip-hop guy.
Is this like Hip-Hop Heather but a cheap version?
Yeah, it's a knockoff.
So it's like the great value Hip-Hop Heather.
Yeah.
Prince Adam, I feel, is another one that's sort of, at least short-term, gonna be like a little bit low.
Yeah, he's not as popular as the other Freddy Funkos in this box. I would say the Freddy Fresh, the Prince Adam, the Han Solo, and all the Squid Game Funko Pops are sort of like at the bottom of the pot right now.
What about Destro?
Destro, I think he's also sort of toward the bottom, and Snake Eyes as well, but there's a lot of G.I. Joe fans out there that love these characters.
In my opinion, I feel like those would be the lower short-term ones, but they have some potential later on.
I actually think all these Freddy Funkos have potential in the future be worth a lot of money.
Freddy Fresh?
Maybe not Freddy Fresh, but definitely the rest of them. Now, the Squid Game Funko Pops are interesting because right now people are getting them and they sort of look at them like they're boring because you had pointed out that it's a brand new mold. And that's great. But Squid Games was popular like a year ago. People don't give a about Squid Games right now. But when Squid Games comes back for season 2, that's when people are gonna want these Funko Pops. That's when they're gonna become super valuable.
The thing that I find the most interesting about the Squid Games Pops, aside from the fact that they're new molds, is the fact that there's technically 12,000 of those. There's 3 that are 4,000 count. They just painted a different symbol on each mask.
Yeah, it makes them boring.
But at the same time, that's exactly what they look like in the show.
It's true, they do serve the purpose.
And at the same time, if you seek out one of those, you have to collect them all. What really would have spiced these up is if one of those characters was like 1 or 2K. Because it would have people like scrambling to get that lower count piece if they were looking for the higher count.
Funko probably made them all 4K on purpose so everybody who wants them can get each one.
Which is really, really cool of them because it's very rare they do like that. Normally the really cool is super limited.
So the Tron Freddy, Carnage Freddy, and Thor Freddy 4K Funko Pops do carry a pretty heavy price tag. And I think they'll carry a pretty good price tag in the future. But the fact that they have variant counterparts, that's going to kind of screw these up. Because people are going to want the other version over the common version.
With the exception of Tron, the other two aren't that fantastic. Like, I personally wouldn't care if I were a huge Thor or Carnage fan, whether I got the common or the metallic.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter other than the limited number. That's really all that matters. The Carnage metallic to me is sort of dumb. If it were me, I agree. I would want the glow-in-the-dark Tron over those.
Oh my god, the glow-in-the-dark Tron is so cool. Did you happen to see a picture of it glowing in the dark?
Yes, it looks amazing.
It looks really, really, really good. So that's one variant that makes sense and is pretty cool. The Carnage being metallic is weird. Like, Thor I get because he has, like, silver and he is sort of metallic. Carnage I f***ing don't at all. Why is he metallic?
So I'm not keeping Maul in that same category because it is such a great looking Funko Pop. Both the common variation and also the glow variation stand out and look great. And I think those two in particular will end up carrying the larger price tag in the future.
Yes, and I feel like they have the biggest price tags now. I haven't actually gone and done my research, only because everyone's boxes of fun haven't landed on their doorsteps. So I feel like the values right now are really wacky and not really very truthful. They're very hype pricey.
So the Batman one, I have no hopes for that one at all. The design isn't that great. It's not a Batman film that everybody just was overwhelmingly in love with.
It was this current one, right?
Yeah, the most recent Batman.
The Batman.
The Batman? I don't see that one being super popular.
I don't either. I feel like it's very close to the Batman NFT. And the Batman NFT is so much cooler because it's not the Batman.
One that's sort of off the radar right now in terms of value for the future is Russell from Up. Russell from Up, I think, will carry a ridiculous price tag in the future.
I think so too. And the reason being is, first of all, right now, I see so many people trying to get rid of Russell. So many people trying to get rid of Russell.
I know, and I don't understand it because it's a Disney Pixar Funko Pop, and Disney and Pixar are huge.
It's oftentimes where they don't really hold much value in the beginning, and then they start to climb later. This one is going to start picking up steam, and it's really going to pick up a huge value once they drop a Carl as Freddy, because everyone's going to be after this thing.
Yeah. So if you have Russell and you get rid of it right now and Carl comes out next year and you love Carl, now you're going to have to go out and find the Russell to match it. And a lot of people will be thinking exactly the same way, which will drive Russell's price way up.
They're the dream team.
Aang is a really weird one. I know there are a lot of fans out there of the television show Avatar, but I'm not seeing a lot of hype or fanfare for Aang right now.
Which is weird because remember when they dropped that Aang at Hot Topic with the glow chase or whatever, and people were all over that?
If in the next couple of years they bring out a new series of Avatar or just something brand new to sort of revive that TV show and that franchise, if that happens, this Aang is going to be super popular. And then there's Mando, and Mando is a great one. I remember it was one of the first Freddys I saw from this box, and I was super hyped up about it. But it wasn't until I started seeing all these Marvel characters that I realized there's a lot of really cool shit here. And when it was finally revealed that we're getting a glow-in-the-dark Darth Maul, I knew that was going to be like the grail piece, at least right now, from this box. Mando's really great, but he's sort of being overshadowed by a lot of these other Funko Pops. Mando comes back in February.
And that price is gonna go up in February.
Because the Mando TV show will be coming back, it'll be more popular than ever. People are going to be searching for this Freddy. So if you have Mando Freddy right now in your clutches, don't let him go. Hold on to him right now. That value is going to spike.
You know what would have made this Mandalorian stand out more is if he had the Beskar armor. To me, Mandalorian is in Beskar armor.
Yeah, this is the Mark 1 outfit that he wears, the Mark 1 like gear. But a Beskar one would have been sick.
Yeah, I think that would have gotten more love over this one.
But the biggest 4K Funko Pop is Spider-Man. Spider-Man is such a huge character, and is a character that I never expected to get in an at-home box of fun box. This thing blew a lot of people's minds, and what really blows my mind is they made it a 4K.
Funko threw us quite a few bones. They made Spider-Man one of the highest limit pops. They made all the Squid Game workers 4K as well. So technically, you can get all 3 of the Squid Game Funko Pops with no issue.
Yeah, just as long as you have some friends to trade with or a couple bucks you can spend on eBay or Mercari. Danny Phantom is another one that is super, super popular with a lot of people. Now, I don't necessarily have any connection to Danny Phantom. I never watched the TV show, but I notice a lot of love on social media for this guy.
Oh yeah, and his design is incredible.
It might be one of the greatest designs for these Freddy Funko Pops.
And you know what I really love when they do the Freddy Funkos? Is when they make Freddy Funko's face resemble the actual character.
Yes.
For this one, he has green eyes. And he has white hair. It's not your generic, just brown hair Freddy Funko head.
Now, the Danny Phantom Funko Pop that came out a couple years ago in New York Comic Con was really popular, and it actually carries a pretty decent price tag today.
It does.
I feel like the Danny Phantom Freddy Funko has potential to keep a pretty good value on him. I would imagine next year he would be up to at least $200.
I would think so.
Like, he would park there. He would be parked at like $200.
Yeah, not hype pricing, like long-term.
Long-term pricing.
Do you think that Han Solo is going to carry more or less value than Squid Games?
I think Han Solo will carry less value because it's a mold that no one cares about and it's a mold from a movie that no one liked. So if Funko gave us the Han Solo we all know and love from the original trilogy, that would be amazing. But because we're not getting that version of Han Solo, no one cares.
Yeah, he's sort of garbage.
He's really garbage. So the two 1K Funko Pops are the Metallic Thor and the Glow-in-the-Dark Tron, and both of those Funko Pops are pretty cool.
The problem with these is that they have a counterpart associated with them. So Thor Metallic and Thor just the regular 4K, they're so similar in looks to me that, like I said before, I wouldn't give a shit if I got the Metallic or the regular, regardless of the piece count. Tron Glow is really cool. I feel like the amount of Tron fans compared to other fans are not that high. Your Star Wars and Marvel, those are really heavy properties. So while Tron is like one of the coolest pops in this set, in my opinion, I feel like the fandom isn't quite there.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Marvel is definitely at number 1, right around Star Wars. Like, they're sort of neck and neck.
So with that being said, which one do you think will hold the most value of the two 1K pops, the Thor Metallic and the Tron Glow?
Thor Metallic, because everybody loves Marvel. Thor is bigger than ever. Everybody collects all the different Thor Funko Pops, so they're going to want their Thor to go with their Thor sets. Marvel is just such a huge property. People are going to want their Freddy Funko as Marvel characters. But Tron's cool. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm not dogging it. I just think that that's going to be less popular in the very long run. But I think Funko blew it out of the water with the 2Ks, which is really weird. I would expect these Funko Pops to be 1K instead of 2K. Everybody loves the Venomized line, and I totally think this Funko Pop will carry a huge value in the future.
I think so too, and I really love the mold that they decided to use on this.
But in my opinion, the Darth Maul glow-in-the-dark blows pretty much everything out of the water.
Oh my gosh, yeah. People are going crazy over that.
The glow-in-the-dark Maul is probably the most popular Funko Pop of this entire set. Everybody wants it. It's a very low count, and the glow looks amazing. But in my opinion, for the long term, Spider-Man is going to be number 1, even though he carries a 4K sticker.
I 100% agree. I feel like because it's Spider-Man, because it's Marvel, he is going to top everything. And the only reason the Darth Maul is so popular right now, aside from it being a limited piece, is people see the glow. However, what people aren't talking about is the fact that red glows don't last very long.
That's true.
You glow it, and then it dies once you take the light off of it within seconds. And to me, if I had the choice between the regular Darth Maul Freddy and the glow Darth Maul Freddy, and there was like a 200 price difference, I would just go for the regular one.
But the doors will be blown off at Fun Days because I think all of these characters are going to get black light treatment. Fun Days is black light themed. I think all the characters that we got here, the Squid Games, the Spider-Mans, Darth Mauls, the Han Solos, I think they'll all get black light variants. They'll be lower numbers and they will be super, super cool looking.
I'm sort of with you, but I don't want to fully agree because I have the feeling there's going to be some non-blacklight ones thrown in there. And I'm really nervous. Like, I can't imagine them doing like all blacklight Fun Days and every single one of these characters in blacklight.
I feel like they're going to do it. I feel like they want to bring Fun Days home, but in a different way. Instead of bringing us Fun Days at home with just a bunch of random characters you can't get at the event, they want to kind of match things up. Because the people that are at the event might get Darth Maul, and now they want the other two versions of Darth Maul well. So now they're trying to track everything down, and we got trades and everything going on between the people at home and the people at Fun Days.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, it's not going to be much longer until we start seeing what was at Fun Days.
I know. It's going to be really exciting, but our number one choice is Spider-Man. In the long run, he's going to be the most valuable, and it's crazy because he carries actually a high number when you look at all these Freddy Funkos.
Yeah, he's not a 1K piece, he is a 4K piece, but I feel like the Spider-Man definitely trumps the Tron and definitely trumps the metallic Thor, because who gives a f if you get the metallic Thor versus the regular Thor? They're so similar, aside from that sticker. It's a sticker hose paradise.
And I think glow-in-the-dark Darth Maul will be number 2 to Spider-Man in terms of long-term value. Mainly because he glows in the dark, but it's because he carries that low count number. So if you have Spider-Man or the glow-in-the-dark Maul, those are the 2 to have. A lot of these Freddys are going to be super, super, super hard to get, and they're going to be super valuable in the future. So what do you think about our lineup for all these Freddy Funkos? Which one do you think is the best? Which one do you think is the worst? And do you agree what we think is going to be the most valuable in the future? Let us know all that and more in the comment section down below.
And don't forget, head over to mysterygrail.com every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. They do a Mystery Grail box with a pop, a scratch off, and candy for $15. It is so much fun to see what you're gonna get. mysterygrail.com.
In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we like to shout out to Eric Hall, Retro Game G, Nathan Backen, Clarissa V, Carlos Campbell, Pop Cop 765, Eric and Cassandra Golden, Disgruntled Octopus, Stephen Anderson, and Celeste Crawford. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. All right, it's that time again. Remember, as always, we hunt together, yes. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.